Sometimes you want to speak English, but the words feel slow in your mind, and it's hard to say what you think. You can learn to think in English, and then your words come faster and easier. Hi, my name is Michael, and I'm happy you're here with me today. Let me tell you a story about think in English and speak fluently. Imagine this. You wake up in the morning and everything around you is in English. The radio is playing songs in English. Your phone shows messages in English. And even your coffee cup has a small message in English. At first, it feels a bit strange, but you start to notice words and phrases you know. You smile because you understand more than you thought. So you get dressed and walk to the bus stop. On the way, you try to think about your day in English. You say to yourself, I need to buy milk, or I have a meeting at 10. It's not always easy, but your mind starts to use English more and more. The words come a little faster each time. And then, when you meet your friend Sarah, you decide to speak only in English together. She laughs and says, "Let's try." At first, you both make small mistakes, but you don't stop. You help each other with new words, and the conversation feels more natural. It's a small win, and you feel proud because you're really thinking and speaking in English now. After your chat with Sarah, you walk to a small coffee shop. The menu is in English, so you read it carefully and order your drink using simple words. The barista smiles and understands you, which feels really good. You sit down with your coffee, and you think about how much easier it is to speak when you really try to think in English first. While you wait for Sarah to join you, you listen to the people around you. Some customers talk about their plans for the weekend, and you catch a few words here and there. It feels exciting because you understand more than you did last month. You realize that your brain is starting to catch English words faster. And you don't need to translate every single sentence in your head. Sarah comes back with her drink, and you both talk about your favorite movies. You try to describe a funny scene, and even if you forget a word, you use your hands or simple language to explain. She laughs and understands you, so you both keep going. It's not perfect, but you feel more confident with every sentence, and that's a great feeling. After a while, Sarah asks if you want to play a little game. She says, let's try to guess movies just by giving clues in English. At first, you feel a bit nervous, but you agree, because it sounds fun and not too serious. You start by thinking of a famous movie, then you give a simple clue, like, it has a big ship and ice. Sarah smiles and says, Titanic, right away. Then it's her turn, and she gives you a clue about a movie with a superhero who wears red and blue. You guess, Spider-Man, and she laughs because you get it right so fast. The game moves quickly, and you both make mistakes or forget words, but it doesn't matter. You both use your hands, faces, and small words to help each other, and the room feels lighter. You notice that you are thinking in English more now, not just translating from your own language. That's when you want to say something, the words come faster, and you don't stop as much. You feel proud, because you are not just speaking, you are really communicating. And then that is a small win that makes you want to keep going. One day, you walk into a small cafe with your friend Sarah. You want to order a coffee, and this time, you don't feel nervous at all. The words come to your mind in English, and you say, "Can I have a coffee, please?" The person at the counter smiles and asks, "Do you want milk or sugar?" You answer easily, and Sarah gives you a thumbs up. Later, you and Sarah sit by the window, talking about your weekend plans. She asks, "What do you want to do on Saturday?" You don't have to think in your first language anymore. You just say, "Let's go to the park and have a picnic." It feels natural, and you notice how much more relaxed you are now. The conversation goes smoothly, and there are fewer long pauses. And then, something interesting happens. The people at the next table are speaking English too, and you understand almost everything they say. You listen for a moment, just enjoying the feeling. It's a small thing, but it shows you that you really are improving, and it makes you smile. After a few minutes, your friend Sarah comes back with your drinks. She sees your smile and asks why you look so happy. You tell her, in English, that you understood the people at the next table. Sarah laughs and says, "That's great, you're really getting better." It feels good to share this small win with her. You start talking with Sarah about your plans for the weekend. She wants to visit a new park, and she invites you to join her. While you speak, you notice that your words come out more easily than before. You don't have to stop and think so much, because the English words are just there. It feels natural, almost like you are speaking your first language. And here's the interesting part. You even make a small joke, and Sarah laughs. You feel a bit surprised, but also proud, because you made someone smile in English. The conversation keeps going, and you feel more confident with every word. It's not perfect, but it's real, and you know you can do it again. After a few minutes, you notice your mind is not translating every word anymore. You start thinking in English, just a little bit, and the words come faster. It feels different, but also exciting, because you are not stopping to find every word in your own language. You listen to Sarah, and you understand her questions more easily. There is a small moment where you forget you are speaking a new language. Sarah asks you about your favorite food, so you answer without thinking too much. You tell her about your favorite pizza and how you like to eat it on Fridays. She smiles and shares her favorite food too, and you both laugh about strange toppings. You feel relaxed because the conversation feels natural. It's not about perfect grammar, it's about sharing stories. Then, something funny happens, and you both start to laugh again. You realize you are not worried about mistakes anymore, you just want to keep talking. Your words are not always perfect, but Sarah understands you, and that gives you even more confidence. You feel happy, because now speaking English feels like a real part of your life. Now Sarah asks if you want to get some coffee at a small cafe nearby. You say yes, and you both walk down the street, talking about the weather and your favorite movies. It feels easy, because you are not thinking about every single word, you are just enjoying the conversation. The cafe is bright and smells like fresh bread, and you pick a table near the window. As you sit down, you notice something interesting. You are starting to think in English without trying. For example, when you look at the menu, you read it in English, not your first language. You talk about the drinks and snacks, and you don't need to translate in your head. This is new for you, and it feels exciting. Sarah smiles and says your English is really good and you feel proud. You remember when you were afraid to speak, but now you are having a real conversation. You order your coffee, and you even make a small joke. Sarah laughs, and you both relax, enjoying the moment. This small win makes you want to keep going, to use English even more. After coffee, you and Sarah decide to walk in the park. The sun is shining, and there are people everywhere, talking, running, and playing with their dogs. You listen carefully to the people around you, trying to understand their words and the way they speak. Some words are new, but you catch the meaning from the sentences. You feel like English is not just a lesson now, it is part of your day. As you walk, Sarah points to a small dog chasing a ball. She asks, "Do you like dogs?" You answer quickly, and you even tell her a funny story about your neighbor's dog. She smiles, and you notice you are not translating in your head anymore. The words come faster, and you feel more comfortable with every step. And here's the interesting part. You start to think in English without even trying. That's when you see a tree, you think, that tree is beautiful, not in your first language, but in English. It feels natural, and you realize that speaking and thinking in English is getting easier. This gives you more confidence, and you want to try new words and ideas each day. Thank you for listening, and remember, thinking in English helps you speak more easily. Practice a little every day, so keep going and have fun with it.